Hirak Jyoti Ray Prodhani. Today in this class I am explaining about Streamline flow, Laminar flow and Turbulent. So Streamline flow. So let us consider an tube. Suppose this is an tube and liquid is flowing through this tube. Okay. So this is suppose a point A. This direction liquid is flowing. This is a point A. So whenever the first particle of liquid is coming at this particular point, then the velocity of that liquid particle is suppose v, and direction is forward direction. Okay. This particle is coming and this particle is flowing out. After that another particle is coming in this particular point. If then also the velocity of that particular point and the direction of this particle is forward direction and velocity is v, then the flow of motion of the liquid is called streamline flow or streamline motion. So for streamline motion, we have to remember two things. That is, one is path, that is direction, and another one is velocity. These two things remain constant at any particular point. Then the flow of motion, flow of a liquid is called streamline flow or streamline motion. Now streamline path. So suppose this is a streamline path and these are some points, suppose A, B, C, and streamline is a path. And one interesting thing about streamline path is that if we draw a tangent at any point in a streamline path, this gives the direction of velocity of a particle in that particular point. Suppose we draw a tangent at this particular point A. This gives the direction of velocity of the liquid particle in this particular point A. Okay, so if we draw a tangent in this particle, this gives the direction of velocity at that particular point. So basically, if we draw a point in streamline path, this gives the direction of velocity, and this is also one property of streamline path. Now the properties of streamline path. So the number one property is this one. The second property of streamline flow is that no two streamline can be intersect. Suppose this is one streamline and this is another streamline, okay, and these two streamline intersect at this particular point. And according to streamline path, what we know? We know that if we draw a tangent in a streamline path, this gives the direction of velocity. Okay, so in this part, the direction of velocity, two direction of velocity, which is the contradiction of streamline path. So that's why no two streamline can be intersect, and this is one of the most important property of streamline path. Now the third property of streamline path is that if the streamline are closer, then the velocity of the streamline is larger. Suppose this is one streamline and this is another streamline. So in this two streamline, you can see in this streamline the distance between two streamline is small as compared to this one. So that's why the streamline, the flow of velocity of this streamline is larger as comparison to that streamline. Now number four property of streamline is that at any particular point, the velocity and direction of an streamline path is constant, but it is not necessary that another point the velocity and direction of any particle is constant. Suppose liquid is flowing in this direction, this is in point A and this is point B. Okay, one particle is coming at this particular point, velocity v, direction this one. So whatever be the particle is coming at this particular point, velocity v and direction is forward direction. But it is not necessary that in this point B the velocity must be v. It may be 2v and direction may be in upward direction. So you have to remember one thing, that whenever the particle is coming at this particular point, then the velocity is v and direction is forward direction. And whenever the particle is coming at this particular point, then the velocity is 2v and direction is forward direction. So for a particular point, if the velocity and direction remains constant, then the flow or motion is called streamline path or streamline motion. Now this is all about streamline path. Now under streamline path there is another topic is laminar flow or laminar motion. Laminar flow basically as related to streamline path, but lamina means what? Lamina means sheet. So in laminar flow what happens? The liquid is flowing in the form of sheet. There's one layer of lamina is flowing, another one layer of lamina is flowing. This is basically the laminar flow is related to viscosity, which topic is already covered by Mojammel. Now what is critical velocity, VC? Critical velocity is the maximum velocity of flowing liquid in streamline path. And if the flow of a liquid is maximum the critical velocity VC, then the flow or motion is called turbulent flow. So this is all about streamline flow and turbulent flow and laminar flow. Thank you.